is hearing from a key witness in the case against Chad Daybell. That witness is Melanie Gibb. She was a friend of Lori's, also of Chad's, and had similar beliefs to the pair. Let's go in where the jury is about to hear an audio recording that Melanie made of what was happening with her friends.
I'm going to pause there briefly. Were you able to hear that?
Mm-hmm.
Do you recognize the voice on there?
Yes.
And whose voice is that?
Fine.
And do you recognize this as the recording that you made on December 8th of 2019?
Yes.
Your Honor, I believe with the additional foundation, this may be, or I'd move for the admission of this exhibit.
All right. I've previously admitted it. May it be published, Mr. Pryor?
Yeah, there's no, Judge, you're right. You've already admitted it, so it can be published at this point.
Okay. Before we do that, I am going to maybe suggest we get a handheld microphone if one's readily available. We weren't getting great audio off of the mic on the stand there, Ms. Blake.
You have an extra desk or something? One that's not being used with anything else on it? Just put it on that and see. It'll take me a minute. Yeah, me too. I'm a lot slower.
And Your Honor, I think I had forgotten to turn the mic on again, so we'll see if it plays through and if it picks up better.
Okay.
And I am calling Chad Daybell's phone number, and hopefully I will be talking to both of them, Chad and Lori. So here goes the phone call.
Melanie.
Hi, Chad. Hey, Lori.
Hey, let me put on speaker.
Oh, okay.
All right.
We're enough with the phone. How are you guys?
Okay, how are you doing, babe?
I'm doing pretty good, thanks. I was wondering, where are you guys?
We're just hanging out.
Hanging out? Are you in Idaho?
We're in Idaho.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to ask you a question, if you don't mind, Lori.
Yeah,
I want to know, you remember we talked about JJ going to Kay's house, and you told me they went there, and now he's not there? I was wondering what happened.
well, I had to move him somewhere else because of her actions. So,
Was she doing something? Like, was she trying to come get him or something, or like trying to kidnap him?
well, she said that lots of times before, but
Okay. When I asked Chad the other day, I was like, hey, where is JJ? And he said, for my security, he didn't want me to know. So is there a reason I should be in danger to know where he is?
no, it's nobody. It's his danger. It's the danger that there's people after me.
Okay.
We just felt that if you knew, that puts you in a danger.
Well, just in a bad position.
Yeah, bad position.
Everybody, if they don't know anything, then they don't have to say they know.
Right. So you're just worried. Okay.
I'm just to keep him protected and
Keep you protected.
keep everybody else.
I appreciate that. Well, I was wondering why you told the police why he was with me.
I just needed to have somebody that so I wouldn't have to tell them where he really was, because they were going to tell Kay where he is.
Oh, yeah. So do you think it's like your family, or, like your family, your dad, or, those
my
people?
family, well, not my whole family, but as you know, most of my family is working against me and
Yeah.
with her, basically.
Yeah. Is JJ safe?
He is safe and happy.
Okay. Well, that's good to hear. Are you afraid of anything? Like, are you afraid to tell me that you're just afraid that that I could be in danger? Like you're, like I don't, like if I knew, like how could that hurt me? I don't understand how that could hurt me if I knew where he was.
Well, I'm just not telling anybody so that nobody has to say where he is or get questioned where he is, so I can keep him as safe as possible.
Yeah. Okay. I hope that he's okay. I hope you guys were okay. I did have a question that I asked Al at one point, your brother, if I wanted to know, like where he was, and he said I did not want to know and that he could not be found. So what does that mean?
I don't know if he would say that, but it's the same story. Like I don't even want Al to know. I don't want anybody to know so that nobody has to be worried about it. I mean, nobody has to be questioned about it, so he can be safe.
Yeah. So how long are you going to be away for? Like are you ever going to be able to come out and come back to society again? Or are you going to keep, come back? I mean, like, what does that look like?
I will do whatever the Lord needs me to do every day. So
I just wondered if I was ever going to see you again.
Absolutely, you will.
Okay, so maybe when they're done chasing you, you'll be able to come out of. You think they will come out again, or?
Yeah, I mean, it's a ridiculous thing for them to be working with Kay to find me. There's nothing that's gone on that's, you know what I'm saying? Like they're working with her in some dark capacity. The police are working with her in some dark capacity. There's no reason for them to be after me in the first place.
Yeah, has she threatened you at all?
Yes, lots of times.
Oh boy, like what did she say?
Well, it's in emails and everything. So,
so like she said she was going to come take him, or she was.
There's a lot of things.
Yeah,
Nellie.
I know it sounds like it. I'm just worried for you guys because, he's missing, and
I know exactly where he is. He's perfectly fine.
Okay, well, I hope so. I had a scripture I wanted to share with you, if you don't mind.
I'd love it.
I was thinking about some of the things you guys have gone through, and I saw the scripture today, and I want you to
Let me ask you a question. About the scripture. Okay. So, did Alma turn himself into King Noah, or what was he required to do?
Well, King Noah was incredibly wicked.
Yeah.
So he fled his evil ways, which was adultery and living riotously and breaking all the commandments. It was a very unrighteous man. What was he required to do, Alma? He had to go and flee so that he would be safe, and then help other people realize how jacked up the system was and the government was. What about Moroni? What was he required to do at the end? To carry on those plates and bury them. That was his responsibility. What did he have to do to do that? He had to hide. He had to hide because they were so. Everybody was killing everybody in the society. Everybody was dying. They were killing all the Nephites. And the scriptures had to hide in the cavity of a rock by day and go out by night. The prophets did. They did. Yeah. Okay, so thank you for sharing that with me. Okay, this scripture is just something that may be thoughtful for you. For behold, this is Doctrine and Covenants, section 3, verse 7 and 8. It says, for behold, you should not have feared man more than God. Although men set not the counsels of God and despise his words, yet you should have been faithful, and he would have extended his arm and supported you against all the fiery darts of the adversary. He would have been with you in every trouble. So when we work with the Lord and are obedient, He's going to protect us from adversarial darts and all kinds of negativity. But when we open the door to Satan, he comes in and then he attacks. And then he takes away to make it look like somebody else took it away. But that's not how God works. He doesn't work in darkness.
I agree with you 100%. And that's what the Lord is doing for me. Exactly what he's doing for me.
Oh, it just
We have
sounds
not
weird.
opened the door for darkness, Mel. Darkness
You
is not.
can't out scripture Lori Vallow Daybell. Melanie Gibb tried to read her a scripture and she said, wait, I've got one for you where prophets are allowed to hide people. More of these recordings on the other side of this quick break.
Saw God the Father and Jesus Christ? Yes, he was alone.
He was alone.
But he had to open it up first.
That's not a pattern at all.
Honey, what I'm saying is that after he saw that and other people joined in, they saw the things with him. He wasn't alone. There was a witness for them. There was no witness. Anybody's never seen what you've seen or experienced what you've seen. That's your own witness, but nobody said that.
No, God knows it, and I will never deny it. For my soul would be at stake if I did. So you can say it didn't happen to me, Mel, but if I say it, then I am accountable. You didn't witness it.
Okay,
I did.
but your behaviors is not, okay, I understand that's what you believe you saw, but this is the thing, as I see, is that your behavior is not one of somebody that's in Christ. Your behavior. What?
Never had any idea that you would be the person of all people to try me. I cannot believe
I am asking questions, and I am concerned for you. That is what somebody does when they care.
You don't sound like you're concerned. You sound like you're accusatory. You do not sound concerned. You sound pissed off.
I'm not. I am troubled. Maybe that's the better word. Troubled. Because these things, like you being with Chad before he's even divorced, is unusual behavior for a person that's seen Jesus Christ.
I was never with him and he was never divorced.
Honey, I've seen you guys together. Oh, so I haven't ever seen you with, I've never seen you with Chad kiss him and walk around the track at BYU with him. I never saw that. You
Say
see
you were the one that's just feeling guilty about being with someone before they were divorced.
Oh, honey. I think that's not what we're talking about here.
Well, it's not what we're talking about here. That's what I'm saying. You are going off the deep end.
Well, I'm just saying this is not a behavior of someone that sees Jesus Christ. It's not the behavior.
Really? Have you ever seen Jesus Christ? So do you know what the future behavior would be if you had seen Jesus Christ?
I know that when I prayed.
He to do every day, and he does protect me, and he is protecting me, and he will protect me against this accusation as well. And we will both stand there with him, and you tell me if I was lying or not. But we're both standing there with Jesus Christ.
Okay.
And Miss Gibb, it sounded like that call abruptly ended. What happened?
Just disconnected. Sometimes it disconnects in that particular area that we're in.
When this phone call takes place, did you know the location of Chad and Lori?
No,
They hadn't shared that with you?
no.
At the beginning of the call, we hear some laughter. Do you know who was laughing? Do you remember? Maybe I'll ask it this way. Did Chad and Lori seem upset when you called them initially?
Oh, no.
Did they seem to be in pretty good moods?
Yes,
And this is December 8th of 2019.
correct.
JJ is still missing at this point. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Lori talks to you about there being a danger that there's people after me. Do you know what she was referencing? Had she ever talked to you about that?
She just said that she felt Kay and her father and her other brother, not Alex, seemed like there might have been another, like a cousin or something. And possibly she put in there the police. It's kind of, lots of conversations together. But anyway, that they were all after her.
Did she ever express why these people were after her, why she thought they were?
Because she considered them dark. They knew who she was spiritually. And so their goal was to take JJ, and possibly her life might have been in danger.
And again, to the best of your knowledge, who was it that would determine if someone was light or dark?
And that was Chad.
And you talk in there to her about why she would say JJ was with you, correct?
Right.
And she ends up, Lori makes a comment along the lines of she just needed someone so she didn't have to say where he really was. Do you recall that?
Yes.
Did she ever tell you where JJ was?
No.
We also hear Lori on there make a comment that JJ is safe and happy. Do you recall that?
I do.
At any point, did you ever have any additional conversations with her where she explained what she meant by that?
I don't think so.
So she just says he's safe and happy.
Yes.
And this is on December 8th of 2019.
That's right.
Last time you saw JJ alive was September 22nd of 2019, correct?
Correct.